Hello and welcome to Action Theater Presents the ninth film from Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kurt Kurt Russell is also in the film, and many others. This one's a very fun, action-packed film. Well, is there anything you'd like to say about it? Deleted scenes.
All right. Well, first off, hello to everyone joining us in the chat, and of course, joining us on Twitter. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, folks. I've really been looking forward to this ever since Phil said that he wanted to do it. Interesting film. It's one of those movies that's kind of, well, for one thing, it's a love letter to making movies. That old school Hollywood that Tarantino always said he signed on for, but it's kind of faded away now. It's kind of a love letter to a particular point in time in film history, and it is kind of a revisionist history kind of movie in a way that Inglourious Basterds was. You will see characters here that are fictional but based on actual people, and we're going to talk about that over time. You're going to see depictions of real life people, some good things about that, some controversial things about that, and a few things that I think have been a little overstated. You're like Bill said, this is one of those movies where everybody is somebody. So you're seeing some. Not only are you seeing sort of the big names like Kurt Russell, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, of course, who won an Oscar for this, and we're going to talk about that. Margot Robbie, Al Pacino is in this, but there are some other familiar faces who were maybe not so well known in 2019, who've kind of become a little bit more mainstream in the last few years, and we'll be pointing those people out. And yeah, this is a fun movie. This is one of those movies that's sort of a hangout movie by Tarantino's sort of own admission. You kind of follow these people as they're going through their lives, and it's interesting. This movie's kind of like a time capsule.
And
I love it.
Even though it has a 2-hour, 41-minute runtime, it goes pretty quick. It really does. Any point of the film. It keeps you intrigued and interesting. And it's all around good fun film. Good all around, no alcohol required. So buckle up, indeed. Buckle up, and join us because we are restricted due to copyright. We can't actually show you this great film as much as I would love to, and Deleted Scenes would love to. We are restricted by that copyright law and the guidelines of YouTube. So this is a commentary only. But if you wish to watch along with us, we do provide an alternate site where you can watch along. So you want to follow us over there, you could join us there in the screening room. So are you ready, Deleted?
Indeed. And everybody do remember, of course, if you are either if you're with us watching right now, or if you're following along later, you can follow along with your own personal copy. Here is my copy of the 4K 2-disc special edition. So, all right. And there's the, of course, the back. All right. So without any further ado.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hello, Scotty. So it looks like you'll be here shortly. Okay. Well, we're gonna
Cool.
get this thing underway. Here we go. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Okay. Yeah, copyright law. Thanks, Disney. Well, Tim, this isn't Disney. Can't blame them for this one. This is Sony in association with Columbia Pictures and the old school Columbia logo there. And of course, here is the opening of the Bounty Law TV series. Sensei Kreese himself, Martin Cove.
Yeah.
James Remar. Not gonna lie, I would have watched the hell out of that if there were a real show. Spencer Garrett, who we saw recently in Air Force One. All right. Hello, Scotty.
Welcome, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty.
Gentlemen,
how you doing?
I'm well. I love this movie so much. I do love Simon Tarses. Love that intro. Love the aspect ratio. Everything about that was just introduction to two friends.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was actually based on, was it Lee Van Cleef had a like a giant poster of himself at his parking space at his home?
I believe so. Yeah, I've heard some stories about that. I'm sure there were a couple of different guys who did.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Hello, KTLA. I love the mismatched opening credit.
Although, if you were a Hollywood actor in this era of filmmaking, I probably would want a big Japanese poster in my yard too.
Yes. Oh no, I am absolutely the guy who has a big picture of me. Ah, the cigarettes.
This is
moccasins. I still want moccasins, and I know that it'd be uncomfortable.
An idealized Hollywood in any way. I don't care. I mean, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't take. I don't mean that in like a bad way or anything.
No, but it is. It is.
Oh, she's putting that big dog in that carry-on bag.
It's Purse Puppy.
And of course, you have the intercut here between Rick going to meet Marvin Swartz and Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski returning to Hollywood. Just been married.
I don't even like whiskey sours.
And Al Pacino. Good to see you, Josh Street.
Saturday, February 8th, 1969.
Always good to see you, Connie Clary, and FKHC 2005, better known as Tim. Thank you for joining us.
Not surprised by that at all, Tim. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. All right. And here's to reveal that Rick stutters a bit when he's not on camera.
Well, and I love that detail.
Yeah.
I love that choice in the performance. It's great.
Big fucking lie.
And he's at the bar drinking a Bloody Mary.
So is Kurt Russell the only person who tells the truth in this entire movie as the narrator?
Pretty much. My dad was the authority on planes.
Oh.
The 14 Fists of McCluskey must happen.
Oh, you want a real life version, kind of like Machete?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. No argument. I thought it was already the not the Hateful Eight, the Inglorious Bastards. That's what I thought the 14 Fists.
Oh yeah,
was.
yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. 14 Fists of McCluskey. What a picture.
I miss that when people called movies pictures. And that's sort of the beautiful thing about this movie is that it does actually intercut other movies into it. So it's like, is this real? No, this is the representation of the film. And I love that. And especially when we get to the Great Escape part. This sets it up and that sort of pays it off.
So proud.
Like in the movie is obviously lower budget than the movie we are watching. Love it.
Hello, Stark of Iron. So
Hello.
finishing up my commercial tonight. Oh, thank you, Stark of Iron. Appreciate that, pal. You didn't need to do that, but thank you very, very much. No, it's a flamethrower.
Not an ad lib. not Natalie. That was real. You said that. Can we turn that down? No.
I do.
No,
Yeah, no, that was a genuine reaction to the flamethrower from Leo. Yeah. Hey, Michael Madsen.
Yep. Michael Madison has been now what three Tarantino films.
Oh heavens! He was in both Kill Bills. He was in Reservoir Dogs. This.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure I'm missing something. Bounty Law.
If Bounty Law was a real show, I'd probably be a avid watcher of it.
Oh, dude, I would have the Blu-rays. Actually, they do have movie posters. Oh, I love the hullabaloo. This is exactly how I dressed to my high school prom. Like, that was one hell of a montage. Banachek. Everyone hates Batman and Robin. Yeah. Like, I love the powerhouse. Like, I'm being silent over this commentary, but like the powerhouse of seeing Al Pacino and Leonardo DiCaprio, who for a long time I was like, I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. And then I actually had to confront myself and say, why? Why don't you like him? You've never seen a movie that you didn't like him in. Why do you dislike Leonardo DiCaprio? And this movie was just the one that it put me over the moon. Dude's fucking awesome in this. Pardon the swears.
No, it's fine. You're good.
And we immediately get a little bit more representation of Cliff being such a supportive friend.
Yeah.
Like, this is a movie about friendship. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think that this
It
is
is.
Quentin Tarantino's
It
nicest
is.
movie.
Cliff and their friendship in this is uncanny.
It's great.
It's like Cliff is his go-to man. Like you know.
Well, and it's funny that Al Pacino has the line that it's like
Yeah.
Batman and Robin, and it's like, yes, they are Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But Cliff is obviously Batman.
Yeah. It's one of those movies where it's kind of like Big Trouble in Little China. The character who thinks
yeah.
he's the lead guy, but he's really the sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I think a lot of people were like, if you're a casual audience goer and you go into the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood waiting for Quentin Tarantino's Manson family murder movie.
Yeah.
It's not that. You're not gonna get it. It's not like Hostel or X. Like, this is not what you think it's going to be, which is absolutely what I expect from a Quentin Tarantino movie. Is I want to be told that I'm wrong. Like, I remember going in to see Inglourious Bastards, and there was a moment 3/4 of the way through the movie, and I was like, are they gonna actually kill Hitler? It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's possible. And this is the exact opposite of that, and it warms my heart.
And Cliff, although he's a stuntman, he's the coolest stuntman, and like, you just want to be him. You want to be him, or you want to know him. You know, if he was a real person.
Yes, but he did kill his wife.
He's just that cool.
Well,
you know. I don't know about that. You know, Sergio Leone made some good spaghetti westerns there, pal.
Margaret Qualley.
I know. How old is she? Because I feel like I should not feel the feelings that I feel.
No. And of course, her mother is Andy McDowell.
Oh, my stars.
Yeah.
Well. So,
and of course,
I'll hit on her mom.
The second girl up from her is Sydney Sweeney, in what I think was her one of her first movies.
Oh, really?
If not,
well, and
first.
Also Harley Quinn Smith is one of the daughter of Kevin Smith.
And hello to Joe's Atmosphere, and thank you for the $1.99. Says DiCaprio is Clint Eastwood, Western TV show in Italy. Yeah. And of course, he's also partially Burt Reynolds as well.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Well, yeah. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Steve McQueen.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite parts. Yeah.
Damian Lewis is an exquisite actor. And so, anyway, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Fucking awesome in this. He's not in much of the movie, but damn, he makes it count.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Take care, Joe. I know you got to go today. Yeah.
Beautiful, Margot Robbie.
And hello to Admiral Teague.
Hello, Admiral Teague.
G'day.
McQueen never had a chance. Yeah.
See,
I like how they just drop these famous names.
Yeah. Attractive people doing attractive things and being pretty damn cool.
Eddie Murphy.
This is one of my favorite car moments of all time.
Yeah.
It's a little MG.
Oh no, that's a Corvette, isn't it? I'm not a car guy. I thought that's not an MG. But I just
I think it's an MG because those cars you could start with any type of key. My parents had one that looked like that.
Oh, sure.
I remember because I was experimental and any key would start that vehicle.
I have never been so happy to sit in a movie theater and watch a guy go on a car ride. It's so beautiful with the music, the KTLA soundtrack, and the classic Los Angeles scene.
Right.
Like this is almost American Graffiti good. Maybe better. And it's just driving in a car with Brad Pitt. Love it.
And of course,
if you are not watching this movie right now, you should be.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever go on a road trip, just get the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood soundtrack.
I love all the neon.
Yes. And then where does he pull up? One of the coolest places you can, a drive-in.
Right. Yeah.
Now, you have the movie taking place predominantly in 1969. I was born in 1973, so this is very much a time capsule for me, because this was very much the way things were. When I was knee-high to a jackrabbit.
Oh, I love that Grindhouse introduction theme music.
Yeah.
And now our feature presentation. Oh, what's the name of the dog? I forget the name of the dog.
Brandy?
Oh, that makes sense, yes.
Brandy.
And have you ever read the novelization of the film?
Not straight through, but I have both versions.
And so Cliff killed a guy over Brandy.
Oh.
According to the novelization written by Quentin Tarantino.
Anybody mess with my dog, you know, yeah.
Brandy was a pit fighter, and Cliff was partners with another guy, and the other guy was going to throw the fight so that Brandy would lose, and so Cliff killed that guy so that Brandy could live.
And of course, here's Mannix.
Gonna get beaten up by.
Remember when beer cans used to look like that? I do.
Oh man, pull tabs.
Yeah. No, and the fact that they were the tops were more flat to it, you know.
Oh sure, and they were like 16 ounces. Like, no, they were very small. They were like 8 ounces. a revolver, an ashtray, and some macaroni.
That's all you need.
I love this dynamic.
Yeah, he's got a cool dog.
But this also this so like it defines the fact that Cliff is a good friend because well he's got man's best friend.
Gosh.
That reminds me, I just applied to be a cook, so don't come to my restaurant.
No, that's totally how you make macaroni, minus the cigarette in the chili.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Well, the chili's old. We're gonna throw that away anyway, but not right now.
Good God, he feeds that dog a whole bunch of food. Homage to the pinup starlets of old days. Like,
That's a good trained dog. Set up and pay off.
I love how he's eating right out of the pan. He's like, no, I don't need no plates. I'll just eat. It's just me.
Why? Why would you make another thing dirty?
Oh, check out all those German beer mugs.
Oh man, I do appreciate that he is making the traditional way to have a whiskey sour with the egg and all. That man is a mixologist.
Homage to Mad Magazine right there.
Yes.
What do they call those beer mugs that he's got his beverage in? What do they call those? What?
Aren't they Steins?
Steins, yeah.
He had a pretty good collection there that they showed. I don't know if you guys.
Well, the man's got a pool.
Yeah.
And again, I love the drifting transitions. These are the people that you're supposed to be caring about. And when you watch this for the first time, you're like, I thought this was about the Manson family. And then we drift over back to Austin Powers and Barbie.
No, but what it is, it's more or less how that hippie movement came to an end because of the Manson thing, And it's more just
but
not
in this world,
you
Well, again, that's why I sort of hold it in comparison to Inglourious Bastards, is because it's an alternate history film. It's like, what if this worked out?
Well, what you could say, it's an alternate reality, right?
Yes, sure.
A parallel world. An alternate universe.
Where literally everyone lives happily ever after. Once upon a time.
And this movie did something that no other movie or documentary had ever been able to do up to this point. It humanized Sharon Tate for me. It's like I never really understood her until this movie, even though this is a somewhat fictionalized version of her, but it made her a human being.
Yes. And I don't think that I knew any. Oh, I love the fucking font.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I didn't know anything about Sharon Tate I only knew her as being a victim. And this movie actually created her as a human being for me.
Yeah.
And
it really did. A likable
Of course,
person as
Damon
well.
Lewis
So,
is
you
the
know,
McQueen.
she wasn't just a dead body. She was.
it painted her as America's sweetheart in a way.
Yes.
I don't know who this actress is who's playing Michelle Phillips, but man, she is dead on.
We
Yes,
don't even
Elliot.
get to see Hugh Hefner in this, do we?
No.
No. And it's such a cheap and easy thing to say, is that you're in the Playboy Mansion. Now we have a person who's going to pretend to be Hugh Hefner. And it's like, well, no, we're not. Who's cooler than Hugh Hefner? Well, the answer is obvious. Steve McQueen. Who doesn't like a pool party? Oh, Damian Lewis is so... Just gravitas is not a big enough word.
This guy's playing Steve McQueen.
See, that's also surprising, too. Everyone talks about Quentin Tarantino being gratuitous. Sorry, I'm going to stop while he's talking. Thank you, Damian Lewis, for being in this movie. You can see yourself out.
Well, he's playing Steve McQueen. So.
You know what? Now that I like rewatching this, it does seem that they just want to paint Roman Polanski as a dick. People are upset about the Bruce Lee characterization in this film, but like everyone says that Roman Polanski is a dick in this movie.
Well, nah, I don't know about. Well, you know, of course McQueen's going to think he's a dick, but you know, as far as anybody else, yeah. Because McQueen's thinking, hey, how did this little shit get Sharon and I didn't? You know, what the hell? But
and I love that Sharon snores.
Yeah.
But it's 7:15 and our boy Rick is hung over. I love the fact that this is something that sort of humanizes the profession of acting. And it's like, yeah, no, everyone hates going to work. Don't you forget it. Sorry, I'm going to sing along a bit.
No,
this is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rick fucking Dalton. Don't you forget it.
Man. BFFs. All right, deleted scenes. First things first. I'm gonna need a yellow turtleneck, a leather brown jacket, and those pants. Yeah, and I don't know what shoes he's wearing, but they make him look tall, so I'll take those too. Also, this is my exact routine in the morning.
Kyle MacLachlan.
That's not Kyle MacLachlan. That's the 70s
No.
Spider-Man actor. I forget his name.
Yeah, Nicholas Hammond.
That's him.
Well, okay, played by Kyle MacLachlan, though, right?
No, that's not Kyle MacLachlan.
No. Nicholas Hammond.
Yes.
70s Spider-Man.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Are you sure that ain't Kyle MacLachlan? It looks like him.
I am
dude, I'm
100%.
Oh, okay.
That's Sam Wanamaker. You want me to look like a goddamn hippie? What?
Rick's just like, I'm too hungover for this.
And this is so terrifying to Rick. Like it's a bad word. Yeah.
Oh.
It's such a weird, but also it's a great commentary on the transition in terms of being a movie star as opposed to like the method acting where you became characters instead. And so I like this. Like, what happens when a TV actor gets to be a real actor? And when we meet the little girl, I forget her name, but the growth in this movie. This deserves the title of Once Upon a Time. It is a fairy tale of what if everything worked out and everyone learned things and
Okay, I'm going to have to ask you both to stop now.
Stop what? There's nothing like seeing Margaret Qualley manspread.
And nothing like seeing Sydney Sweeney next to her as she's manspreading.
You know what? I'm not a big Sydney Sweeney fan. I think she looks like she drank paint.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she's just sort of. Anyway.
I like her. She just hasn't been in a good movie yet, in my opinion.
So why do you like her?
aside from this, why do I like her? Because, well, I'm a guy.
Yeah, no, but everybody who talks about Sydney Sweeney is like, oh, this is the first time I've ever seen boobs before. And it's embarrassing.
No, it's the second time. My second time.
Honestly, deleted. I never knew who Sydney Sweeney is until you brought her up some time ago.
Oh,
and then I seen her in that Rolling Stones video.
Yeah.
Well, deleted. Do you know if Brad Pitt actually did that?
Did what?
Oh, he probably did.
Because it's not a complicated parkour, but it was a parkour. So
I'm sure he probably did. And that's for the ladies.
Yeah, eye candy for the ladies.
Yes. Whenever anyone talks about the objectification of women, this is the part of the movie where women look at Brad Pitt and say, I want a man like that. And then the men in the audience say, oh, I've failed my biology.
And of course, you're Sharon next door.
Yes. Again, bringing it back to the, oh, my stars, such a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
What an amazing summer movie this is.
Quentin Tarantino handpicks all the music, and I mean, God bless Tarantino for his good choice of music.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some really good taste. It's like if a celebrity makes a playlist and you want, here is Tarantino inserting his own mixtape playlist into his film, and why not? He's Quentin, so why not? You expect that in a Tarantino film.
Well, and he's sort of established it as being one of his cornerstones ever since K. Billy Super Sounds of the 70s. Hello, Kurt Russell. Welcome to the gang. For the love of God, employ my friend and beat him up.
I don't dig him.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, Rebecca Gayheart. Welcome to the show. You will be missed. Is it Rebecca Gayheart? Thank you for the ass shot, you foot fetishist. But also, I would like to say that the reason that he shot her with the harpoon is because she was clearly drinking the last Bloody Mary.
Nice one, Scotty.
That was the last of the celery, you bitch. Pew! All right, I'm going to go have a cigarette.
Some cocky guy named Bruce Lee.
Oh, I'm not going to go have a cigarette while Bruce Lee's here.
I love this part in the film.
Me too. Mike Moe?
Yep. And there are people
this is
who
amazing.
Say, this makes Bruce Lee look bad. I don't think it does.
No, it kind of puts reality in check here in a way. that all the sprint training, all the fighting skills don't matter much for body biology. We're looking at you, Paris Olympics.
It is inarguable that Bruce Lee is the biggest star in this group of people.
Yeah.
The reason everyone is listening is because he is Bruce Lee. And Cliff doesn't care for authority. Oh, that piqued your interest. Come on. This is the thing.
Notice how he's drinking a carton of milk. It does a body good.
It does a body good. Bruce Lee's the guy who's picking the fight here.
Yeah. No, I could see anybody doing this, putting Bruce Lee in check for, because he was putting a lot of claim out there. In a fight, Cautious K probably kick your ass, get one punch,
Yeah, tell him, Steve. Well, ready, Freddy.
That's a great idea, Kato. Love it. Love it.
Also,
place your bets. Place your bets. Everybody on set.
I want a tuxedo. I want a tuxedo with a red lining. That guy. You know what? There's something aesthetic. Like just, is he going to keep him on? Good, good. I love the black gloves. Like this is such a... Boom. Fair enough. Let's fix this problem.
Yep. And that happens because he makes the mistake of trying the same move on him again.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Zoe, will you intervene?
I love how he holds his own. Like, this is Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And
Guy Williams is like, motherfucker.
But also, this is one of those things. It's like the Worf syndrome. Whenever you have an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation and you want to prove how tough somebody is, you throw Worf at him. And then if Worf gets beat up, then it's like, oh no, the bad guy must be really powerful. And that is exactly what this scene is Cliff Booth can hold his own with Bruce Lee. So don't question him.
It's her car. It's her car.
Yeah, Zoe rule.
Get your shit and get off the line.
I'm glad, and I
He's
love
like,
this. I
so that's
love
what
that he
happened there.
accepts it. Yeah,
Fair
All
enough.
right. Fair game. Fair game. All right. Well, that was so good. I need a cigarette. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, but you're going to miss Charlie.
No, I'm not going to miss him.
And of course, those of you who are Justified fans, you might recognize Damon Harman as Charlie Manson. The second time he actually played Manson, because he played him in Mindhunters as well.
Really?
Yeah. And of course, the candy that he mentions is Candice Bergen.
Yeah, and navigating a big studio lot is hard.
I swear, this kid damn near steals the movie.
Our timestamp is 52 minutes and 34 seconds. Those who are following along on your own copy.
To the scene where Rick meets Trudy.
A little actress plays an actress who is wise beyond her years.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hello to Big Al presents. Get the idea. Everybody had a very different idea of the script and Rick. Did you read the script, Rick? But it's like he is surrounded by all these people who are doing like the method thing, and it's not what he does. He's like, have you ever tried this acting? 8 going on 40.
It's a restore in my life.
Yeah.
Well, I love Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in this, just because once he has all of this accoutrement on top of him, he is being more Texan or Southern in his accent. Like, he is kind of in character, but he's still internalizing. And this young girl is incredible, just in terms of not his name, his character name.
Yeah. Huh?
About 15 years.
Sorry, what was that?
You know something about child actors that I don't?
Like, I think that moment is the entire commentary that you will ever get from Quentin Tarantino on wokeness. Maybe you don't call me chick. Meanwhile,
Yeah, okay, babe.
back at Barbie, she is a gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
I don't think, and It's something that the Barbie movie sort of undercut when it said, maybe you shouldn't say this when you've cast someone like Margot Robbie in terms of being attractive. But when you want to represent the death of innocence, Margot Robbie is incredible in this film. Because when you see it for the first time, you're just waiting for her to die. This is one of those movies that I wish I could delete from my brain so I could watch it again for the first time. Because you think she's in danger the entire movie. And luckily... Also, I enjoy her feet. Oh, there they are. Welcome to a Quentin Tarantino movie, everybody. Don't worry, those feet will get naked.
Banachek at last. Oh.
Nice. Well, and as she goes in, yeah, this is incredible.
I love how she gets herself into the movies. Oh, I'm in it. I'm a celebrity.
But isn't this, well, and also I love that she goes and checks out the theater and then she goes and she is, her heart is so full.
I love that Mustang. That red Mustang.
Oh, yeah, cars. But before we get to go in and see Sharon Tate, she shows her love for Polanski.
The Maltese Falcon.
Yes.
There it is. It's in this store.
I wonder if that's the real one.
And of course, Timothy Oliphant is Jim Stacy.
I believe you mispronounced his name. His name is Timothy Olyphantastic.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, did we just see a jump cut?
Oh, it's kind of tripping.
Or is that?
I think it's the stream.
No, my copy did that too.
Really?
Yeah, I never noticed that before.
I'm gonna have to watch mine.
I just noticed that.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, this is so fucking good.
18.
Do you think that this is excessive? Oh, that's
possible, but
Captain Hits. 20 days. Cooler. God, I love that fucking movie.
I love that
Great
movie
Escape.
too. But
That's
do you
another.
think?
Yeah.
Do you think that? And I like the cross. I like the cross edit having the song play with Margot Robbie. But like, do you think that did that pull you out of the movie? Like in terms of the special effects, like the Forrest Gumping?
No. Me
either. People have complained about it. I didn't think it was that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big deal. It didn't bother me. It didn't faze me at all.
It's in his head. So you're looking at it from his point of view. So no, it doesn't bother me.
Dino. All right.
Well, you're too cheap to play 75 cents.
1969, 75 cents was like $10. Yep.
Yep. Really, really.
We got to ask Ruben. It's really serious.
Yeah.
Ramon Franco, of course, who was Ruiz in Tour of Duty TV series.
Oh, nice. Yeah. How better do you humanize a person than showing her being as mundane as possible while also she celebrates her successes? This is such a love letter to Sharon Tate. I really appreciate it. It makes my heart swell.
Yeah.
I usually like brunettes better, but
Yeah, same.
now, and when she goes into the movie and does her gratuitous foot shot, how do you feel about the actual Sharon Tate being on screen?
Again, it isn't. What? There was another movie that did that where they had the actor who was playing the real life person, and then the real life person was up on a big screen like that. I don't remember what it was,
But I think it's a pleasant tribute. But this is what makes it from 100% to 98%. And also, considering that we just saw Rick Dalton in The Great Escape, it's an interesting juxtaposition to see the actual Sharon Tate on film as opposed to having Margot Robbie be, superimposed.
I think if they did that, it would have taken me out of it. But that's me.
I don't know. I don't know if it would have taken me out of it. But I had to intellectualize this when I saw this movie for the first time. I was like, oh, that's Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
And it also separates, I'm in this movie. I don't recognize you. You look different. And it justifies the entire scene.
Oh, the dirty feet. Oh my God.
No, you know what? I love Dirty Feet. It's cool. Calm down.
Why is her feet so black?
Because she was walking around with no
answer.
shoes on. It's the 60s.
I mean, if your flip flops are that dirty, clean them. Clean them.
This is good advice. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that Luke Perry?
Here we go. Yep. More about him later.
He is deceased, yes.
Yeah. And of course, there's Skip McNair.
don't know. I love this. This entire scene drops the movie to a snail's pace. And unlike every other situation in the movie, they don't change aspect ratio. They don't change production quality. This is literally, we're just accepting that this is part of the movie. Scoot McNairy, thank you.
Yeah.
Everything is so deliberate. This is Bounty Law. This is, if you want to see what Bounty Law is, this is it.
You
wanna
just
see
challenged
Lancer?
Raylan Givens to a gunfight.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're going to die. See ya, Scoot. What if you could make a 1950s Western and use modern cinematography? Here it is. Oh, beautiful. It's a movie where we talk about how it is to work in Hollywood. And then they show us like what Hollywood can make. And it's kind of flippant and trite for the first little bit, but this is the part where you get to see what the magic is. How do you make it work?
And of course, anybody who's seen Cobra, this is the guy Stallone kills at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I love that
Roundabout
guy.
there.
I'm glad he died.
Yeah. Marco
In the
Rodriguez.
movie. In the movie.
In the movie. In the movie.
Johnny. Oh, come on.
Man.
Nine.
Oh, and I love it. Just when you think you're getting into the scene, and then it just crashes into him being dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, too much. It's too much. We have to do another take.
The actor forgets lines, people.
Just say the fucking lines. I love the look on Timothy Fantastic.
Okay. Are we in the same conversation?
Okay. Do we get to see the cameras? I don't think we get to see the cameras.
No.
Nope. See, and he's trying too hard. It's like, I think it's an incredible ability for an actor, a good actor, to act badly. And now we get the tour de force. This is my ringtone.
At least he's alone in his trailer having his mental breakdown.
Yeah. Oh, it's so...
He's so good at this. He's so good.
I wonder how long this actually goes on for the steak.
Oh, like the uncut? Yeah, no, it's probably about 15, 20. I do that every morning.
Oh, he's blaming the booze, so he threw out the booze. He threw out his flask.
He's going full Led Zeppelin. He's breaking the entire hotel room. I love that he is not only talking to himself, but he is talking to the audience through the shot. Like he is looking directly at the camera.
Right. It's badass.
Yeah, it is badass. And meanwhile, back at the feet.
Oh. Fire. Kick back. Oh, there you go. Quan Tate. It's on, motherfucker. No.
I really have to see the Matt Helm movies.
Yeah.
It's a 70s styles filmmaking. Here, boys.
It's like Our Man Flint, right? Oh, that's a cute intercut.
Yeah.
And is that Bruce Lee?
Yeah, the idea is that Bruce Lee trained her for the fight. Yeah.
I like that they were homey.
I know there was somebody was telling me about this movie early on. They said that they expected this movie to end with Bruce Lee punching Charles Manson's head off or something, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to go quite that revisionist. I could
I don't
kind of see
know.
that
Tarantino
happening.
already killed Hitler, so
Yeah, you are kind of I had it in the back of my mind that this movie could go full Inglourious Bastards. It doesn't entirely go that far, but
it's the nice version.
It's
It's not a revenge picture. It's this is what should have happened.
No. I said it's not I was agreeing that it's not a revenge picture.
Yes. Also, I do love Neil Diamond.
Oh, who doesn't?
Bob Wiley's ex-wife.
Okay.
Besides wanting to beat Brad Pitt in this movie, I want his watch. Love that watch.
You know, and I still feel very, very old for saying this, but what I want of Brad Pitt's in this movie is Margaret Qualley. Or Andy McDowell. I'll take Andy McDowell.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Margaret Qualley doing that. That's my new ringtone. That's when notifications happen. This is an entire conversation that is completely in my wheelhouse.
70s hippies were definitely like this. I know. I was there.
Oh my God. That's no, don't. I can't.
No, I'm looking. I'm looking for love in all the wrong places.
Hail Fluff Chick Productions.
Everyone talks about the feet, but that was a really, really, really up butt shot.
Yeah.
That was titillating.
Gratuitous.
The only thing I need in this scene is an orange balloon. There you go. Feet.
Yeah. Well, we know Tarantino has a foot fetish. You have to have a foot shot in every film.
But they're cleaner than Sharon Tate's feet. So
yeah,
that's good. Not real people. Big ups to Big Al.
Yeah, that'd probably be the first question I'd be asking.
Yeah. And then this is the part where Kevin Smith says, "How many dicks did you suck?" You know. Yeah, flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
There's Luke Perry's big scene here, playing Wayne Maunder. I gotta tell you, I know jack squat about Lancer, but this movie makes me want to see it. But I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as cool. I would think. Yeah. Also true. Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet. Just what an actor like Rick Dalton needed to hear.
Fucking Dalton.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the Spawn Ranch.
Oh, I love how all these freeloading hippies are just basking around. Being the stoners that they are, right?
And hello to Curtis Selby.
Hey, Curtis!
Cosmeo Link is at the top of both chats. Please join us.
We are 1 hour and 32 minutes, 33 minutes into the film.
And of course, I do want to once again remind everyone that this is a commentary only due to YouTube's copyright rules. As much as we would like to, we cannot air the film live. You will need to join us on Cosme or with your own physical copy.
Yes.
So don't leave anything in the comments like we're going to take your channel down because you're not showing the film. Because A, you can't do that, and B, we can't do that. So everybody loses all the way around. And to go on the record, this is about as much of Lena Dunham as I can stand in a movie without wanting to run railroad spikes through my eyes.
No
True
argument.
that. True that.
And that is a lot of Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
The best thing that came out of her show was Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Isn't she just darling?
And of course, Austin Butler.
Elvis.
Yeah.
This is Elvis.
Elvis playing Tex.
You know, Austin Butler was also in Yoga Hosers.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Okay. I never saw it. I never bothered with it.
I tried. So I'm just saying that this is not the first time that Harley Quinn Smith and Austin Butler have been in the same movie.
Oh, God, stop it, you two. God.
Is that Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, to each their own, I suppose.
Sydney Sweeney playing a hippie.
She looks good without makeup. I like her sweaty. And again, like the building of tension. We're building tension this entire time. If this is your first time watching, it's like, oh no, shit's about to go down. This is going to be bad.
Yeah, because you're wondering, is he going to get out of this?
Yeah. But then and the thing is that we've seen Cliff Booth. Like, is he going to die? Doesn't seem like it. I hope not. Don't go.
Cliff is so badass. You
Yes.
know.
I mean, it is, but he's outnumbered here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and this follows up Lancer, in which we see Leo being, like, Rick Dalton being in the middle of a Western, and this is a 1960s Western.
Yeah.
A man alone walking into a ghost town, and no one likes him.
And all the
And
hippies
he's
come
going to
out
serve justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you go fuck yourself, Irene?
Yeah. So Dakota Fanning is Squeaky Fromm.
Yes.
Why did they paint? Why did they paint all the hippies to be such douchebags in this film?
this group were a bunch of douchebags. This one tried to whack President Ford later on. You know, they were all a bunch of kind of racist scumbag. Everything they professed to be about, they really weren't. You know, yeah, they're depicted as scumbags in this movie because they were.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that the word hippie is said in this movie without the word fucking preceding it. Fucking hippies. Also, I don't like Dakota Fanning. She's fine, but I don't like her in this movie.
If you were Regis filming, you'd be like, Regis. Dakota Fanning.
I'm having a stroke, Gelman.
That was so creepy. Regis filming had a creepy thing about her.
So perfectly framed. It's like a Dutch angle, but not.
Yeah.
She just pouts
and of course,
goes,
more feet.
Yep.
Yeah, I never noticed how much bare naked feet were in this film until watching
Oh
it.
no, this is
quite a bit. Yeah.
Well, what was the joke that Brad Pitt made? It was like Quentin Tarantino has made women take off their shoes more than the TSA.
I think so. Yes.
You just
Why
go
a
off
slash
making
thing
that
behind it?
lip, little girly.
Yeah.
They're taking care of the place, and yet it's a shithole slob, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to work hard when your landlord is blind. But again, this is such it looks gross. Everything looks This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. He is in trouble.
Yeah. He's in the lair now.
Yeah. The belly of the beast, yo.
I love how the ominous music is playing from the TV show or whatever she's watching.
Yep.
But it fits the scene so well.
See, and I appreciate the fact that she does. She, provides the feminine services. I don't doubt the fact that she fucked his brains out. I think she did. That's how you pay rent.
I think.
Oh, you know what music they're playing? It sounds like the music from Seven. It is the music from Seven.
Well, I don't know.
If you listen, yes.
It's kind of similar. Yeah.
It is similar. Yes.
Now, here's I'm going to make a couple observations here. One's a personal observation, one's something that happened prior to the movie being made. George Spahn was originally going to be played by Burt Reynolds.
Hells yes.
Unfortunately, and he had been cast and did the table read, but by the time we're going to shoot this, I think he either had passed or was too sick to actually film. So they got Bruce Dern. And one thing I've noticed about Bruce Dern, not just in this, but also in Hateful Eight, in a couple of other films he's been in, he is either laying down or sitting down. Which makes me really kind of worry about him. I mean, he's no spring chicken, but so it's like It's like the mind is there, but the body's gone, you know?
Yeah, but I get the same sort of feeling like before Bruce Coburn passed. And he had that thing. It was like the Bob Dole, one hand didn't work kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah, that too.
Have you ever seen Nebraska?
I have.
I have not. But I love Bruce Dern. I love him from Silent Running.
Yeah.
I love him from
He
The
is
Burbs.
fantastic in Nebraska.
Yes.
Great movie.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Just when you thought he was rescuing someone, the person didn't need to be rescued. And now, let's get back to the car.
Which brings up a great scene in that too.
Oh, my stars, Margaret Qualley.
I know.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
I
You
need a
guys are
t-shirt that says champion.
You guys are taking advantage of him. Wait, what? Oh shit!
Oh, this is a 12 o'clock high situation. It's so
Yeah.
great. Just a man alone. No one is on your side. I want those moccasins.
And this is good. Yeah, and of course, this is going to doubly piss him off because this isn't his car. This is Rick's car.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love what he does here. I love.
Yeah. Nope.
Fix it.
Okay, reject from Point Break.
Oh my God, this is one of the best things ever.
Bam.
Yes, sir.
Love
Right
it.
off his feet.
Oh my no.
The hippie deserved it. Yeah, the hippie deserved it.
Graffiti and destruction of public property deserves that. Deserves that. One more step and I'll knock his fucking teeth out.
Johnny suck badass. Right?
Fix it.
And quit bleeding all over the car.
No.
Nope.
Oh, Cliff Booth is my spirit animal. If I were cool, that's who I would want to be. Cliff Booth.
Good choice, sir.
Go get Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Tex is going to settle everything. Because he's got such a tough name because he's Tex.
Lord.
Bunch of pussies.
Phaedra Harkonnen. Shame. No.
Oh, nice. It does deserve credit. He was a great Fade.
Yeah. He steals that movie as far as I'm concerned.
I think Quentin Tarantino just likes horses.
No, it's a love letter to old style Western filmmaking. In a way.
True. Yes.
Or reflections of Django Unchained.
I was going to say
And
Django, yeah. And also Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the skies are gray.
Cut back to Sharon.
Meanwhile, not at the ranch.
And a little foreshadowing with Jim Stacy here. With what eventually happens with him in real life. Sunday night in LA. And all of these movies on all of these marquees were all real films.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Dude's hanging out. Fucking, what a day of work.
And this episode of the FBI did have Burt Reynolds in it. And Leo's D. Reynolds part.
Well, and Quentin Tarantino is very much in terms, like, he is homage. Some people say that he steals, but I think that he actually, again, it's a love letter. That's not how acid works, but thank you, Quentin. Yes. Hello, meme.
I'm cutting back to Marvin.
Back to Suarez. But this is literally like a scene of Mystery Science Theater 3000 where you get to hear Cliff and Rick. Like you get to watch the television episode with Rick and Cliff. It's great. Hey, he was in Star Trek. He played Doc Holliday in Spectre of the Gun.
Bartov.
Yes. Ah, I love him. Jack Klugman. Norman Fell. That was Norman Fell. Sorry.
Six months later.
Saison mon apropos.
Rancor Steve, I think you're in the wrong stream, pal.
Hey, Rancor.
Rancor Steve is talking about Stecker Iron, but he's finishing up fishing and making some fried chicken.
Finishing up making some fried chicken. Is this based off of a true story? Yes and no. There are
Please
the story
explain.
itself is all right. There are real life people who are depicted in this movie, but they are a fictionalized version. Is how I like to put it.
Dynamite! Oh, this is so good.
I'm telling Federetti is a character from Inglorious Bastards.
All right, I do have to tap out, and I do appreciate you letting me hang out and play, but I do have to leave. I apologize. Thank you. Enjoy the movie. It's fucking
All right.
amazing.
Take care, Scotty.
Later,
Cheers.
Scotty. Back when you could smoke on the airlines. My God, look at that luggage.
Time 12:30, because we are there at the infamous day. And of course, Sharon now pregnant. And here's JC bring now training with Bruce. 5 p.m. If he sold some of his luggage, maybe he could afford the guy.
Wow, a Taco Bell. It looks like Taco Bell.
Yep. And speaking of coffee, I think I am going to get up a moment and get myself some. I will be right back, folks.
El Coyote, Mexican food. I love the name Casa de Vega. Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction.
Yep. Now that may seem odd now, but there was a time where certain adult films, let's say, did get premieres like that. The dog's actually right.
Yeah.
$10.16. Sensing a theme here. Oh.
I love how he says, "Why not?"
Yeah, but this is another thing that kind of ramps the tension up, because this is going to impair him when you know the shit's about to hit the fan. You know? Yeah.
But he keeps his cool though the whole time.
Yeah, but you know. And here they come. Mitchell. No, sorry. I'm sorry. He does look like Joe Don Baker in this movie. He just fucking does. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm not. It's not upsetting. I look at him in this movie and I think Joe Don Baker for some reason. Goddamn fucking hippies. Oh man. It's Hopper with his speech. Get your hair,
You little kid, your hair, fucker.
Think you can take me? Go ahead on. Well, you're alive for a living, technically, so. Yeah.
You don't know what the word fascist means.
No.
I don't like it, the kids of today. They don't know what that means either. I'm ditching you assholes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And of course, this is the girl who's about to ditch him here. It's Maya Hawke, of course, who's the daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. No,
Later,
Tex
losers.
Watson. Manson is only in one scene of the film, and then he's never see him again. Where's here come? Look at my hand. Oh man.
Right, because he smoked that cigarette smoke with
Yeah.
LSD or
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
bright light.
Whoops.
Turned into Gremlin.
Bright light, bright light. And that's a nice touch because remember, they're in Rick's house, not
Yeah.
Cliff's, but yet there's still dog food. Why?
Dog food.
Because sometimes he brings the dog. Huh. Oh, shut up. We've all done it. Come on. Manson did write a song for the Beach Boys. Yeah.
I did the same thing every time I heard that
Where's
song.
the wackiness? Yeah. Buckle up. Can I help you? Dewey killer. Yeah, I know, right? No, it's a donut, motherfucker. Hi.
I know you. For that hair.
Little face. And a horsey. Nah, it was dumber than that.
Okay.
Thanks. Ah, down, bitch. Ooh. Oh,
That's a good dog. Good dog.
ooh. House motherfucker. Hello. Goodbye, Tex. Oh.
Really, you made a big mistake. he fucked. He messing her up.
I saw this the first time. I thought she shot him, but she didn't. Fuck. Flame on. Now, the character that gets burnt up there is Susan Atkins, who is believed to be the one who in real life actually killed Sharon. So, yeah, bitch had that coming. Now she's extra crispy in the pool, which we're going to have to clean now because of you. So thanks.
They were hippie assholes. I like how cool he's playing it off here with the cops.
Get her statement. I don't know what she's saying.
Yeah. They are best of friends, man.
Yeah, they are. Once again, shitting on Polanski. What the fuck happened? Yeah.
Yeah, I kept the movie prop. Except for it's not a prop.
No.
Fucking hippies are toast.
Fucking hippie. You know what would be a fun drinking game? Take a drink every time somebody says fucking hippie. it'd be sloshed by the end of it. Wait, she knows me?
Are you okay?
If
Yeah,
only.
I, for one, like this outcome because everybody survives. Where in reality, not everybody wasn't so lucky.
Only in this version,
Yeah.
Sharon and her friends live. Rick moves on to his basically this third phase of his career, really. And Basically, the Manson family gets taken out by Burt Reynolds and Hal Needham. So funny how that fucking works.
And there you have it.
Upon a time
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
in Hollywood.
Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Tim says, I feel like what happened to for real messed up Roman Polanski if he wasn't already messed up. Yeah. I mean, say what you want about the guy, and there is plenty to say about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the man lost his wife and kid in this shit, you know, and it was so unnecessary and didn't have to happen. And
yeah. American Humane Society. Nobody.
plus, he lived in Poland during World War II. Yeah. So, not an easy upbringing.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we consult the scrolls?
Yes, I think you should consult the scrolls.
All right. Oh, wait. We got the cut scene. Sorry. Hold on. I forgot
Red
about
Apple
this. Hold on.
cigarettes.
Yeah. And of course, Red Apple cigarettes is in all of Tarantino's films.
The cigarettes I'm endorsing taste like shit. Secret number contest. Kimberly, Batman, and Robin. Ah, all right. Consult the
All
scrolls.
All right. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was released July 26th, 2019. Was nominated for Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, Actor, Supporting Actor, and several other awards. Won Best Supporting Actor for Brad Pitt and Production Design. The estimated budget is $90 million and want to gross worldwide $378 million, which I think to this day is the highest grossing film Tarantino's done. All right. Moving on to locations. All right. 14232 Newport Avenue, Tustin, California for the Taco Bell. Ray Corrigan Ranch, Simi Valley, California. It's the Spawn Ranch. The Cicada Restaurant and Club, 617 South Olive Street, Los Angeles, for the Italian Toluca Lake street scenes. Cielo Drive and Bella Drive, Los Angeles, California. The bottom of Rick Street begins here. The Musso and Frank Grill, 667 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, as itself, interior and exterior. The Vine Theater, 6321 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood street scenes. The Earl Carroll Theater, 6230 Sunset Boulevard for the Aquarius Theater exterior. The Frolic Room, the site of Rick's car accident, 6245 Hollywood Boulevard. 5515 Melrose Avenue as the exterior of Columbia Studios. The Playboy Mansion as itself, 10236 Charing Cross Road, Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. 10969 Alta View Drive, Studio City is Rick's house. The Casa Vega is a real place. 13301 Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks, California. The Melody Ranch, 24715 Oak Creek Avenue, Newhall, California, for the Lancer scenes. Western Street Backlot, Universal Studio, 100 Universal City Plaza, Universal City, California, also the Lancer scenes. Los Angeles International Airport, One World Way, Los Angeles, California, for Los Angeles Airport, Terminal 6 Tunnel. The Cameron Nature Preserve, 3501 Paraco Canyon Road, Malibu, for the FBI exterior scenes. The El Coyote, 7312 Beverly Boulevard, Los Angeles. The Paramount Drive-In Theater, 7770 Rosencrantz Avenue, as the Van Nuys Drive-In. The Bruin Theater, the movie theater where Sharon Tate watches the Wrecking Crew. It's in Westwood. The Capitol Records Building, 750 Vine Street, Los Angeles, California. Background in a shop featuring the Pandora's Box nightclub, which when it was in operation was located about 3 miles away at the entrance of the Sunset Strip at Crescent Heights Boulevard. Forest Lawn Drive, Los Angeles. Background is Cliff drives the yellow Cadillac. Excelsior High School, 15711 Pioneer Boulevard, Norwalk. The studio backlot scene with Cliff and Bruce Lee. London Studios, Upper Ground, South Lambeth, London, England, UK. And Super A Foods, 2925 Vision Street, Los Angeles, with the teens in the dumpster scene. All right, moving on to some trivia. There's quite a bit, so I don't think we're going to get to all of them tonight. But all right, let me read a few of these off. All right, Quentin Tarantino was scheduled to make the film for the Weinstein Company, but severed ties when the allegations against co-chairman Harvey Weinstein were revealed in the press. To avoid a repeat of the script leak incident that almost cost him The Hateful Eight, he wrote a memo to all theatrical studios summoning them to send one representative to his agent, the William Morris Endeavor office in Beverly Hills, to read his Manson script in person at an arranged time and date. The memo also mandated that each representative was required to sign a heavy non-disclosure agreement, read the script in person. They were not allowed to copy or take the script back, and present the list of demands and conditions to the studio management. This project was already one of the most anticipated and promising projects on the board at the time. After reading the script, Warner Brothers, Universal Pictures, Sony Pictures, Paramount, Annapurna, and Lionsgate were welcome to make a bid for the theatrical rights before a second round of bids pitched to Tarantino himself. Sony won the theatrical rights in the bidding war, outbidding its closest rival, Warner Brothers, making it the first David Heyman production not to be distributed by Warner. Rumors have circulated that Jennifer Lawrence was being considered for the role of Manson family member Susan Atkins, who was played in the film by Mikey Madison. In 2014, Quentin Tarantino considered Lawrence for the role of Daisy Domergue in The Hateful Eight, which ultimately went to Jennifer Jason Leigh. In interviews around that film's release date, Tarantino described Daisy as a Manson girl out west, like Susan Atkins or something, suggesting that Tarantino has had Lawrence in mind for a part like this for some time. In a 2021 interview to promote the film's novelization, Tarantino confirmed he did want Lawrence to play a member of the Manson family, but had her in mind to play Squeaky Fromm, who was ultimately played by Dakota Fanning. Leonardo DiCaprio was courted for several months to take on one of the two primary characters in the film. The role was revealed to be the character of Rick Dalton, a washed-up former television Western star, for which DiCaprio would eventually be convinced to sign on for a second collaboration with Tarantino, their first being Django Unchained. Tarantino said he wrote the role of fictitious Hollywood agent Marvin Swartz specifically for Al Pacino. The film was originally scheduled to be released on August 9th, 2019, the 50th anniversary of the murder of Sharon Tate and friends by members of Charles Manson's family, before Sony moved it up 2 weeks to July 26th. In her collection of essays entitled White Album, Joan Didion theorized that August 9th, 1969 was the day the hippie movement, the free love era, and the 1960s as a whole came to an abrupt end as a result of the murders. Brad Pitt was reportedly in talks for an unspecified role in the film, which was rumored to be a detective investigating the murders, and was eventually turned down by Pitt. Negotiations stopped for a couple of months as it was assumed Pitt wasn't interested. Tarantino then tried to consider Tom Cruise for a role, as many assume it was the same role. It has not been confirmed that Pitt declined. But matters never materialized with Cruise. Tarantino then went back to Pitt months later for a role, but this time the role was confirmed for being the stuntman character Cliff Booth, which Pitt would sign to do. Tarantino described DiCaprio and Pitt as the most exciting star dynamic duo since Robert Redford and Paul Newman. The title is an homage to Sergio Leone, who directed both Once Upon a Time in the West and Once Upon a Time in America. Tarantino has cited Leone as one of his favorite filmmakers and an influence throughout his career. On June 12, 2018, moviegoers were surprised to see that scheduled 70-millimeter screenings of 2001: A Space Odyssey inside the legendary Cinerama Dome appeared to have suddenly been replaced by another film from that period, Krakatoa East of Java. In fact, 2001 had been relocated to another screen inside the ArcLight Hollywood, and the marquees for Krakatoa East of Java were part of the second unit work required for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to recreate the look of 1969 Los Angeles. DiCaprio undertook a strict workout routine in order to convincingly play an action star, giving up pasta and desserts and doing hundreds of push-ups a day. Burt Reynolds was originally cast as George Spahn, the ranch owner, but he died before he was scheduled to shoot his scenes. Bruce Dern replaced him in the role. Additionally, the role of James Stacy was originally written for Bill Paxton, who had unfortunately passed away while the script was being written. Paxton's role would instead go to Timothy Olyphant. Samuel L. Jackson was in talks for a role where he would play the villain in an episode of Lancer. Although his role was ultimately cut due to scheduling conflicts, many viewers adamantly claim they can hear Jackson's distinct voice in some of the Lancer scenes. Tarantino stated that the story consists of multiple parallel stories, and that's the closest in narrative form to his earlier Pulp Fiction. He also said that he worked on the screenplay for 5 years. This is Luke Perry's last film. Perry suffered a massive stroke in late February 2019 and died on March 4th. Scott Lancer is an homage to Wayne Maunder and his role in Lancer. Maunder died November 11th, 2018, 10 days after filming wrapped on this movie, which was released July 26th, 2019. The song from the very beginning of the teaser trailer is Straight Shooter by the Mamas and the Papas, who of course are depicted in the film. The background song in the teaser trailer is Bring a Little Lovin', published in 1968 by the Spanish group Los Bravos. Originally skeptical of the project, Sharon Tate's sister Deborah Tate gave the film and Margot Robbie's portrayal of Sharon her blessing after Deborah was embraced by Quentin Tarantino himself, and she became aware of how her sister would be represented within the film. Deborah referred to Margot as a dedicated craftsman and praised the actress's research of Sharon prior to meeting with her. Premiered in competition at the 2019 Cannes Film Festival 25 years after Quentin Tarantino brought Pulp Fiction to the 1994, brought to the festival in 1994 and won the Palme d'Or. The film received a 7-minute standing ovation. Tarantino spent 5 years writing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as a novel before realizing a film script would better suit the material. He considers the screenplay probably his most personal and thinks of the movie as his memory piece. He even compares it to Alfonso Cuarón's Roma. Tom Cruise, originally in talks to play the role of Cliff Booth, turned the offer down because of the shooting. The shooting schedule would conflict with his filming for Mission Impossible Fallout. Shot on 35mm film, as with almost every Tarantino picture, some sequences shot in 8mm and 16mm. Cameo appearance. Perla Haney Jardine, the hippie who sells Cliff the acid cigarette. She played B in Kill Bill Volume 2. She's the little girl in Kill Bill. Yeah. The daughter. All right. Let me scroll through. Read a few more of these. Editor Fred Raskin's first assembly cut of the film was 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow.
Quentin Tarantino based the Rick Dalton character on a number of actors of the era. The most obvious influence is Steve McQueen, who, like Dalton, found early success in 1950s Western series Wanted, Dead or Alive. Unlike Dalton, McQueen made a successful transition from television to films and would remain an A-list star throughout the 60s. Other influences were Ed Burns, Ty Hardin, whom Tarantino referred to as a poor man Steve McQueen, and Peter Duell. Like Dalton, Duell was the star of a Western television series, Alias Smith and Jones, had issues with alcohol, and had his driver's license revoked after arrests for drunk driving. Similar to Cliff Booth, Duell's stand-in Harold Hal Frizzell acted as Duell's chauffeur. There are also notable parallels between the Dalton character and Clint Eastwood's career. Eastwood starred in the TV's Western Rawhide and found himself in a career slump that ended after he starred in a trio of Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns. For Tarantino, Sharon Tate has an angelic presence throughout the movie. He even considers Tate an angelic ghost on Earth. But Tarantino's own words, quote, "To some degree, she's not in the movie, she's in our hearts." Tarantino did not approach Roman Polanski, he admitted at a press conference in Cannes, but Tarantino asked and received help from Sharon Tate's sister, Deborah Tate, who was thanked in the credits. He also gave Deborah a script to read early on, went to visit her in Santa Barbara and spend a weekend with her. She even came on set when the Bruin Theater in Westwood sequence was being shot. The cream Cadillac Brad Pitt drives belongs to Michael Madsen. It also appeared in Reservoir Dogs, driven by Madsen. Also, Pitt and Madsen have both appeared in Thelma and Louise as the title character's lovers. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. This movie is one of two 2019 projects in which Damon Harman plays Charles Manson, the other one being season 2 of Netflix's Mindhunter. Margot Robbie accidentally took home one of Quentin Tarantino's on-the-day shot lists from one of her days of filming. She discovered it months later and was afraid to say anything in case Quentin asked for it back. When she revealed this to Quentin, he told her he practically throws them away when he's done with them and offered her many more. Margot Robbie wears some of Sharon Tate's real jewelry provided by Tate's sister. Tim Roth, James Marsden, and Danny Strong were cut from the film. Roth, however, is given credit as a cast member with the word cut by his name due to his longtime collaboration with Tarantino from his very first film, marking this the 5th time they've worked together, including the anthology 4 Rooms, which Tarantino wrote and directed the 4th and final segment, while Roth played the film's lead, Ted the Bellhop, in all of the film's segments. Roth was also in negotiations to play Lieutenant Archie Hickox in Inglourious Bastards until he had to back out due to scheduling conflicts with his series Lie to Me. Donald Shorty Shea was a ranch hand employed by George Spahn. He had tried to warn Spahn about the dangerous nature of the Manson family. At some point, he was jumped and then killed, with various body parts being buried around the ranch. One of the killers was Steve Clem Grogan, the hippie who knifes the tire and is confronted by Cliff. As he starts to change the tire, you can see a cowboy in a corral in the background. As Shorty was the only ranch hand, this would have been him in the shot. His body was not found until 1977 when Clem agreed to show the police where the remains could be found. So yeah, they were still killing people even after. All right. Let me read a few more of these and then we'll move on. You can find the rest on IMDb Pro. There are 260 some odd pieces of trivia. So obviously I'm not going to read them all tonight. But we'll do a few more and then We'll go on. To portray a hippie follower of the Manson clan, Margaret Qualley let her underarm hair grow out over the course of the shoot. Yeah, we noticed. Don't do that again. Shannon Lee, daughter of legend Bruce Lee, was most disappointed with the way her father was portrayed by actor Mike Moe under Quentin Tarantino's direction. She felt he was sorely misrepresented as an arrogant blowhard who was full of hot air. On the other hand, he was Bruce Lee, and I think he earned some of that arrogance. Madison Beatty, who plays Patricia Krenwinkel, who's referred to as Katie in the film, previously played the same role in the TV series Aquarius. I saw an episode of Aquarius. The guy they had playing Charles Manson looked nothing like him. He looked more like Brad Pitt than he did Manson. It wasn't a very good show. All right. Award-winning cinematographer Robert Richardson has said that one of the most gratifying experiences for him on the shoot was filming Al Pacino for the very first time. He had seen all of Pacino's films, but having the rare opportunity to shoot him with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in the same space was a milestone in his career. At one point, a theater marquee can be seen advertising a movie which is rated M. The original MPAA ratings for film content, which would have come into effect not long before the time the film is set, were G, general audience is still in use today, M for mature, parental discretion advised, R, restricted, still in use today, and X, adults only. As the M rating confused audiences, they didn't know if an M or an R was stronger in its content. The M rating was eventually changed to GP, and not long thereafter to PG. Parental guidance suggested, still in use today. Why would anyone decide to be French? Yes, she decided to be French. I don't know. Sacre bleu. From what I've been told by some stunt guys, the Bruce Lee scene is based on a few stunt guys actually beating Bruce Lee hand-to-hand in hand-to-hand combat on sets. Yeah, I've heard that too. Which is why the scene doesn't bother me, because it's plausible. And there's also two things that you have to consider. Number one, they are stopped before they can finish that fight, because it's supposed to be 2 out of 3, and they're tied.
Yeah, they were tied.
So they don't get to finish the fight. So there's that. Cliff gets the point against Bruce, like I said, is because Bruce makes the mistake of trying the same move on him. And Cliff anticipates it and reacts accordingly. I'm going to stop there with the trivia, because there is so much. Look on IMDb under the trivia, okay, and you can see the rest. We'll be here the rest of the night if I go through all of them. There is one thing I do want to bring up that I thought was really fun, was that, and you can find this clip on YouTube. Just go to Quentin Tarantino / Rick Dalton. There's an interview where Tarantino was asked what happened to Rick after the end of the film. And like I said, he basically goes on to like this kind of third stage of his career. And he goes on to do a number of films, and including playing the Andrew Prine character in Grizzly. Now, what happens eventually is that Cliff writes a script called The Fireman, and he writes it for Rick. And The Fireman is a story of a cop who moves to this new precinct, finds that the cops are corrupt. They kill his partner, who's played by a young Samuel L. Jackson, by the way. And this is all Quentin. And so he then goes on this rampage, taking out these corrupt cops who have killed his partner. And of course, his primary weapon is gas. It's a flamethrower. So what happens is, like I said, he gives the script to Rick, and Rick likes it. Is okay. Let's do this. I got a few ideas. Let's change a few things here and there. And basically, what happens is Rick winds up directing the movie, starring and directing, with Cliff being the second unit director and being the stunt coordinator and all that. And the movie winds up being distributed by Canon Films. And Rick winds up signing this multi-picture deal with Canon, including 2 more Fireman films. So, and in 1988, he retires because he's good. He's set. You know, he's got money. He doesn't have to work, you know. And of course, Tarantino eventually very famously killed off Rick at the age of 90, still married to Francesca. And that's where he ended up, which I thought was a nice little story. He goes into more detail than that as well, but you know, you can find that on YouTube where he tells the whole story. That's basically the short version. And hello to Abe Steven. This movie looks like an R-rated Quinn Martin production. It does. I was expecting Mannix, Cannon, or Barnaby Jones to pop up. They do show a couple of scenes from an episode of Mannix, so it's there. That was it for me. That's all I had. The scrolls are closed.
Okay. Thank you for that. Deleted scenes.
Yeah.
I think next week we're going to come back and we're going to do Red 2 with Bruce Willis and the gang again.
All right. Cool.
I hope it's still cleared up there because we're getting rain over here.
Yeah, it started raining again. It's clouded back up.
Yeah,
the rain's been kind of on and off, but that's not to be unexpected. It's supposed to rain on and off between now and Saturday anyway, as kind of the remnants of the storm leave us. And of course, the storm is still out there, folks. It is now over the border of North Carolina. Of course, good thoughts to all of those who are in the path. Please stay safe. If you are in the path and you're on the coast, especially, please be careful, especially at high tide. There will be flooding. We've witnessed some of that here. And of course, condolences to the families of those who have been lost in the storm, because there have unfortunately been some. So, yeah, Mother Nature's giving us a smack right now. So be vigilant.
All right.
Stay safe,
Well,
indeed.
thank everybody for being here, joining us, and hope you enjoyed the show.
Indeed.
I will say my parting words. As always, be excellent to one another and party on. And we can't wait to see you on the next one. Over to you, Deleted Scenes.
And as I always say, once again, thank all of you who were in the live chat and watching along on Cosme. I want to once again remind anybody who might be watching the replay of this broadcast that due to the copyright rules that YouTube has set down, we could not show this movie to you live. So if you're catching the replay, you are going to need either your own physical copy or to find this movie on streaming. Because we don't want Sony, Columbia, or Tarantino to be mad at us. So we want Quentin to like us. Anyway, no, that didn't work. Okay, moving on. All right, so thank everybody for being here. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the film. From HQ and our second home office in Arizona, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe. Because this is how we win.
Take care, folks.